Hi guys, and welcome to Crypto Converter. For those of you who know much about crypto, there we go. So this is a converter. If you want to have a go at it, you guys can just learn from here. I'm actually using the real life crypto convert amount of crypto or however it works. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Python development environment, and we can put one of these together. So as you can see from my research, I actually find out the various types of cryptos. Right, so let's exit out, start a new project. First of all, I'm going to import the following libraries. Then you see this one where it says request, you must install that. If you don't, it's not going to work because that is the only library that can get us all the information for the request. So all you just need to do is using your CPD and just type in install that. Okay, make sure it is installed. Next, I'm gonna create a class. I'll call the class. Let's just call it crypto converter app. There we go. Crypto converter app. Next, I'm going to now create a function right underneath here. Just get it initialized with, I'm going to say root self comma root. That is going to be the environment. And then say self dot root. That ought to be indented. Let's get it indented. Dot root is going to be equals root. Next, I'm going to add the title, the geometry, and I will also stop it from being able to be reset. Okay, you will not be able to reset it. So that's my width and height. That's the title. Next, I'm now going to define the different types of crypto that I intend to use. So I'm just going to say self dot crypto. Let's make this lowercase underscore data, and that is going to be equals. So I'm going to place it right in here so that I can add it as. Okay, let's say the very first one right down here. The very first one is going to be Bitcoin. So I'm going to put that in here in a quotes. Bitcoin. In fact, that's all I know about crypto. Not just Bitcoin. And I'm going to now say Bitcoin is going to be the initials of BTC. Yeah. So that's my first one. The next one, just going to add the next one. So as you guys can see, I've actually displayed the names to the coin ID and symbol. That is taken care of. Now I'm going to say self underscore self dot crypto underscore name. Right down here, here's that underscore name, and that is going to be a list. So I'm going to say self dot crypto underscore data dot keys. There we go. and let's just get the system. I will also create I'm also going to now create another function. This function I'm going to call it create widget. Yeah, come right down here. Just say create a widget for me. Yes. Alright. And let's say underscore widget. And this is going to be self as well. Yeah. Right. In here now, let's start work with creating our buttons and so on. It's referred to here as widget though. So let's say title, and that is going to take in, that's going to be in the label. So that's the widget for label, and this widget for label is a child of self.root. Yeah, comma. Let's say the title is going to be crypto converter equals. There we go, crypto converter. Title taken care of. Comma. What about the font I intend to use? You don't have to change the font. You can use whatever font you want. Font color that you want. I'm just gonna make up one here. I want it to look like it's green. I'm gonna say 3BB65. Comma. The font type is going to be equals area. There. And let's give the size about 40. Comma. And I'm also going to make it bold. There. Close that. And that is for my title. And this their title, let me get it packed right down here and just get it packed. Dot pack. And let's put pad there to the y-axis. Let's say it's going to be about 10. Alright, that's taken care of. Next, before we go any further, you might as well just save this. Save as. I'm going to call it crypto converter YT. Let's put a YT there. There we go. Save. Next, let's round it up and see. I'm now going to take care of, let's round it up. There should be a P here with the spelling of crypto. And here as well. There we go. Else I might run up with an error. I actually left this out and just notice that. Okay, so make sure you correct that as well. Now underneath here, I'm going to use an if statement. If underscore name underscore name equals underscore equals, and it bears the main name. Main, yeah, let's put this in a quotes as well. Then put a column there. Let me say root. That is going to be equals tk dot tk, and parenthesis. The app is called crypto app. Right here, it has to be of the same spelling everything. Probably of that. Paste it right underneath here. And it's going to be a child of the root itself. Then let's say root.main loop, enter parenthesis. Okay, I can now try out what I've done so far. So let's come in here and run. There we go. Okay, that's just the form showing. All right, my title was not displayed because I have not called this. If I call that very function for the widget, my title should be displayed as well. Let's just grab hold of this and call it right underneath here. Get rid of this. Yeah, it's meant to be self.widgets. Let's put that in there. Self.createWidget. I mean, run it. There we go. The title displays. So what I'm going to now do is I'm going to create some more functions, but right underneath the title, let me add a frame. I'll just call that frame tk dot frame. It's going to be a child of the root, self.root. Yeah, grab hold of self.root, dump it there, and there, close that up. And this frame, we get it padded as well, maybe 10 as well. Paste the frame that we're getting padded. Yeah, the frame is done. So run. There we go. The frame is right there. You might not be able to see it, but if I say, let's say BG, let's say it's about 5, and we want to get it, let's say relief, that is equals read. I just want you guys to see the frame. I really don't need this, but just for you guys to see the frame. The frame is there. So to prove that the frame is there, if I copy this, paste it right underneath here, and just say here is frame, you should be able to see the frame. Now run. Try and prove a point. There we go. Look at the frame. You see that? So that shows the frame is working. So I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it. So if I run it, this is what you see again. There we go. Right, let's get rid of the second one. So we do need a label there, but this very label. Let's change this to about 30. We don't want to do 40. I'm going to get rid of this color so that it default back to its original color. And in here, I'm going to say from. Right, and what would be the name? We can call it from. Or just get rid of that and just ask it to just create it. Get rid of this. Just create that for me. And the next thing I'm going to do is get rid of this as well. I'm now going to add an anchor to it. Want it aligned to the left. So let's say anchor. Yeah, that's correct. Equals W. And this W, let's say justify it to the left. Justify equals left. Let's just finalize it by saying that's to grid. Dot grid 30 and row. That is going to be equal 0. Comma column, that will be 0 as well. Now equal 0. Let's let's put this down here. This. All right. I'm gonna put a comma there. Press enter and let's add. I'm gonna say add the X is going to be 5, and part to the Y axis can make that 5 as well. 5, comma, and the text on it must be strictly to the west. Close that. Think I may have taken care of my from widget. Let's run and see. Run. Oh, look at this. That should be a comma. Comma. Run one more time. There we go. Look at that. So let's do the code. Okay. From and go. So let's write down here and paste this underneath here. Let's get this indented and change this to 2. There we go. The tool is also taken care of. But right here, I'm now going to create my, right here, let's create the, I will call that self dot from currency. And that's going to be ttk dot combo. This combo will house all of this information that I have here. Okay, all data about the crypto combo box. And this combo box is going to be chargeable frame. So I can let's get hold of all of this instead of typing. Paste. Get rid of this, the text and it. Delete. I'm going to make the size of that about 26. And comma. Say value is going to be equals self dot data, the data from the crypto. No, the name, because I've actually assigned it here. It's a list. So self dot name. Copy that. Paste. Right, that's taken care of. Then let's just make it the value of read only. The state of this data is going to be equals read only. Close that, lock that up. Alright, so my combo box should be ready now. So let's grab hold of all of this. Paste. And is going to be from currency dot current. I'm going to make that 0 dot current. That's 0. And the green. I'm right down here, paste. So I want you to start from 0. That's what I meant there. This is number 0, 1, 2, and so on. Okay, then here, dot grid, row is going to be 0, and column is going to be 0 as well. Let's grab all of this. Paste it right there. Column is going to be 1. Sorry, close that. So that is that's done. Okay, now that that is taken care of. So if you notice, this is tool. The tool is actually using the details of the from. So let's change here instead of this. Change that to 1. And this one, this is for the combo. I'm going to grab all of this combo that I've created. But before I do any paste it here, let me run it and make sure it's correct for now. There we go. Look at the first one taken care of. So what I've copied so far, I'm going to paste it to right here. Let's paste. and I'm going to change this to as a tool, no, and this one is to as well. So now, where is that going to be? It's going to be on one, okay, and it starts from one. Okay, I think that is done. Let's run it and see. Run. Brilliant. You see that, guys? So this one starts with 0 and this one starts with that. If you want it to start with this, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can change that to 5 and let's see. That is the US dollars. See that? Now you get the whole idea of the value in here. Brilliant. So the next of the widget I'm going to create will be to the one that we taking the value that you want to convert, and that's going to be an entry widget. Then we also need a label that will display everything. So let's speed that up. All right, so we have that now. Okay, this is the label that is known as the amount. Enter your amount, and in here, that is where you enter the amount. This is where the result will be displayed. And I've also created a button here. Okay, inside the button I've created a command known as self, but we can delete that for now. Self.convert, that is going to be the function that will carry out all of the calculations. So let's run that and see. There we go. That's how it's looking now. For now, there's nothing here. Okay, right. So with that, guys, let me call this the end of the first part of this tutorial, and I will see you guys shortly.